be able to hear me, and hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'd like to show you in this little home video. This is a home video to teach all the women who are single, who are wishing that they had someone help them with a very big project, to stop feeling sorry for themselves, to not worry about how much it's going to cost, because the cost is going to be extremely minimal. If you have any buckets that go to the trash regularly each week, you need to start with those. Or you can get some big hefty trash bags, whatever it is, that you can use for storage for the following week in case you can't put it to the curb. So you have to think about how you're going to get it to the curb, or where you can throw it out where it's not going to cost you any money. When I think about how much money we pay in our taxes, especially if you're a homeowner, we ought to be able to find a different place other than the curb. Maybe if it was a considerable amount, you could pick the telephone up and say, I have 10 bags or whatever, and I'll need you to pick them up this week or next week or whatever is most convenient in the very near future. Just bargain it, ladies. Okay, so here's the problem. This past winter, the winds and the snow were so bad that the rolled roofing and some of the shingles came off the roof, and a result of my negligence and the incredible snow buildup up to my waist, literally, when I finally did climb out the window onto the roof with a shovel, risking the fact that I was going to go down with it, which, mistake number one, don't let it get up that high. First of all, every snowstorm you get out there, just climb out, shovel it off, don't let it build up. Same thing for when you get the leak and the rain start coming in. It could be potentially patched at the first thaw or the first good sunshine. Don't wait forever and ever for that water to keep settling in the ceiling. I did get a little poker, and I poked holes through the ceiling to get it to drain. It probably did save maybe some more serious damage. I'm not quite sure at this point. But at any rate, the good news is that when the rain gets in and it soaks everything up, those little pieces of tile or whatever you've got up there become soft enough for you to pull out by yourself. And if you're unlucky and you get 2 levels of ceiling, then you've got some work to do. All you need to do is get your buckets in the house and start pulling, and then break it up, figure out what the circumference is of the bucket, and break the little pieces up into that same size and haul it on out. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Now, when it comes to another layer where you need a tool, such as a crowbar, find somebody that has one, or get your butt down to the store and buy one. If you don't have the 20 bucks, 25 bucks, or whatever it is to buy the crowbar, borrow one, which is exactly what I'm doing, because I'm still trying to pay for the roof that I had to have fixed, $1,300, and the pipes that froze in the basement, which caused a water leak of $5,000 worth of damage, on top of the taxes that were escrowed up to $5,500, something like that, and then all the other things that you got behind in, and seemingly a $25 crowbar that you're going to use a couple times seems like an added expense, but probably not too bad to get one, because you could keep it under your bed and bat somebody if they try walking in. So here we go. Do not be afraid of the fiberglass. You can use gloves, a mask, and a pair of safety glasses. And here we go. Safety glasses, you can borrow those. They're only a couple bucks though. Or, I don't know where I put the mask, somewhere around here. Oh, it's on the floor. One of these things. And whatever old gloves you got lying around. That's all you need. Mask, gloves, pair of glasses. Watch out when you pull stuff off, things like this come out. Whatever, probably didn't work anyhow. So the next step is to look at the wiring. Yeah, we've got wiring issues, but we're not going to worry about them because all it is a bunch of wires, right? So maybe you find the fuse panel, the panel box, and flip the switch until the whole thing's off and it's in the daylight and you can see what you're doing. And then you just start unscrewing those wires, take some bolts and pull them out, and then find out where the wires are and just take them apart and remember what color went to what other color. It's that simple, really. Just get up and realize that that little light fixture thingy, all it is bolted to the ceiling. Figure out how it got bolted. All it needs is a regular screwdriver. Imagine that. All I have to do is unscrew it from that metal box it's in. So we'll get that when we figure out what it is connected to fuse-wise, so you don't electrocute yourself and fall flat on the floor for a little while. Hopefully you get some lemonade nearby and you can revive your own self. So the other part that's hard is that the second layer is going to take a little more sweats, blood, sweat, and tears, and decide. You can really do it yourself. If somebody offers to help you, don't be so stubborn at that point that you decline the acceptance. Now, think about what you want to put up there when you're done, and that's the victory. You could essentially bring boxes of tiles back with the top down in a convertible. It will fit. With the trunk open inside, sticking out a little bit. Don't forget a little red cloth or something for a flag with a stick on it so people will keep their distance from your vehicle. And decide, measure it. The guy at Home Depot, I'm sure, or the lady will help you figure out how many square foot you actually need. Then you buy the materials, you get those suckers home by yourself, and then when you get the whole ceiling ripped apart, buy your supplies, clean your mess up, and you're almost good to go, because at that point, that might be when you want to ask for help. You save tons of money in the demolition cost. You save money in the getting it out to the curb, because getting it out to the curb is the easy way to do it. Because you didn't have to pay for a dumpster, which would have cost $400 or something like that. Well, at some point, maybe paying for the dumpster might be worth it. But, see, this is the ceiling tile. 2 buckets. And every single week, I get to take out 2 buckets. And normally I only take out a half a bucket. But this week, it's 2. Next week, it's 2 more. The week after that, probably 2 more. By then, a couple more weeks, it'll be Thanksgiving, and we might be done with the job. So, I have to say, thank you for watching my YouTube video. That's it in a nutshell. And I will take part 2 for you ladies that are sitting there wondering whether or not you should be on Match.com, because why? You need somebody to help you do what? Walk away from you again when you could have done it yourself anyhow.